And on that same point, and the final question really is that, we talk about, could that situation you were just discussing there and talking about around this opening the charges up to the public and not just retailers, but like you say, these other networks and opportunities, but this help drive retention in a situation where reduced need for service and maintenance means that retailers, dealers become, more easily lose touch with EV drivers, because there is this risk and within the retail sector that because of the servicing routines required and the touch points around EVs, they may not see their customers as regular as they would in an ICE vehicle.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. By becoming the fuel retailer for electric vehicle drivers, whether it's local customers who live like a couple of blocks away, as I just described, or whether it's passers-by who are on a long distance journey and your dealership's quite close to the A road that we're on at the time, you maintain your visibility. More people see your stock, more people see your MOT deal that you've got on at the moment. And, you develop a rapport with those customers, especially if they inevitably say, oh, sorry, can I pop in and use your loo, please? And it's like, oh, you got the coffee machine. Excellent. Okay, I'll grab that. And they'll just start browsing and that'll pique their interest. And window shopping eventually turns into buying in many occasions. So obviously there's the servicing element. EVs do still need occasional servicing. They will need an MOT. It's advisable to give them a service, which, by the way, tends to be cheaper because there's less to do than with a petrol car or a diesel, of course. But it all still adds up, and eventually something will go wrong with that electric car that will require fixing. And if they see you as a trusted EV pro, then they will absolutely go to you, because quite often, actually, we're still at that stage where a lot of dealerships are starting to improve their knowledge of EVs and their customer service around them. But there's actually a huge market for independent experts to do EV servicing and maintenance. And certainly the likes of Cleveland EV based in Cheltenham and Cleveland EV Mobile, who are their UK-wide roving mechanics, those are used EV dealers. In fact, they do actually they do sell used EVs, and they have home charge point kind of third-party deals and stuff, but they also do the servicing, and they've just become these go-to experts. So if you can establish yourself as a go-to EV expert, then people will come to you over dealers, because they will trust you. Because you actually know what you're talking about and you know how to handle this. So whether it's something as simple as tires, or eventually brake pads, or eventually suspension, or whether it's something a bit more fancy, like something's up with the onboard charger and the dealer says it's going to cost thousands of pounds to replace, but you, as an EV pro who's part of the VRA Hybrid and Electric Vehicle Repair Alliance network, know that actually there's this one specific component that has a tendency to blow after however many uses, and you can go in there and fix it yourself for, basically knocking a zero off the cost of that repair job. Then people will go to you over the dealer every day, all day long. Absolutely. So genuinely, it all starts with having that visibility on the map. And that means putting chargers in that are publicly accessible and having a friendly sales and service team who acknowledge that even if you're just popping in to charge your car, you are a customer. Because whether you own the hardware, the chargers yourself, in which case you're directly making the profit, or whether it's a third party like GridServe, 4EV, Instavolt, Osprey, all of them, who've installed them for you and they're paying you ground rent, they want to be making a profit. They want more customers coming in. So they will be happy, with the utilization of those chargers, which is helped by your friendly service. So yeah, it's a long-winded way of saying absolutely this actually does genuinely make business sense, because it pulls people in, not just for sales, but for servicing too, because they will recognize and respect you.
Well, I mean, needless to say, again, thank you for this conversation. Thank you for the third white paper and supporting the Vehicle Remarketing Association with the increasing the knowledge and insight around EVs in the remarketing sector. And we look forward to recording our fourth white paper in due course. But I need to say thank you again, Ewan, and thank you for everything today.
Pleasure as always.